And on the campaign trail, Donald Trump reeling in a ringing endorsement from former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin. Kristen Fisher live for us in Washington with more. Kristen, good morning to you. Good morning, Abby. So, yeah, yesterday was a tough day for Ted Cruz. On the same day that he got picked over by a darling of the Tea Party, he also took a big hit from a well-known, well-respected member of the Republican establishment. Yesterday, the governor of Iowa came out and said that Ted Cruz must be defeated. Governor Terry Branstad called him the biggest opponent of renewable fuels and said that he's heavily financed by big oil. Not something that Cruz wants to hear from the governor of a state where voters will caucus in just 12 days. Then, Sarah Palin, the former governor of Alaska and former vice presidential nominee, endorsed Cruz's biggest rival, Donald Trump, in a spirited speech at a rally in Iowa. Listen.
Know that the United States military deserves a commander-in-chief who loves our country passionately and will never apologize for this country. No more pussyfooting around. Our troops deserve the best. You ready for a commander-in-chief who will let our warriors do their job and go kick ISIS ass? Are you ready to stump for Trump? I'm here to support the next president of the United States, Donald Trump.
Whew, that'll wake you up. Well, Trump says he's honored to receive Palin's support, especially since she endorsed Ted Cruz for his 2012 Senate campaign. In Trump's words, she sure knows how to pick a winner. Now, Cruz says, don't worry, Palin and I are still friends, but at the same time, he's blasting Trump, accusing him of being a deal maker who would come to Washington and compromise the conservative cause.
Donald Trump just yesterday said that the problem with me is that I wouldn't go to Washington to make a deal and go along and get along with the Democrats. Well, if you're looking for someone who's a deal maker, who will capitulate even more to the Democrats, who will give in to Chuck Schumer and Harry Reid and Nancy Pelosi, then perhaps Donald Trump is your man.
All right, so let's talk about the Democrats. Hillary Clinton's lead is continuing to shrink, especially in New Hampshire. A new CNN poll out just yesterday shows Bernie Sanders has pulled ahead of her by 27 points in that state, 60 to 33%. That is a massive gap, and no doubt that those numbers are making Clinton's campaign increasingly nervous. Abby.
Wow. Will be very interesting to see how this all plays out. Kristen Fisher live for us in Washington. Kristen, thank you. Palin's endorsement could bolster Trump in Iowa, but Charles Krauthammer says more than anything, it's a blow to Ted Cruz.
This is all about Iowa. And because, again, if Trump wins Iowa, he's way ahead in New Hampshire. I think he's at that point unstoppable. And the reason I think this could be decisive is not because it helps Trump or it brings him additional support, but that it hurts Cruz. The one thing standing between Trump and success in Iowa is Cruz. He attributes his success in becoming a senator to her. She now turns against him. I think this is a major blow to him, and that's why I think it could be decisive.
And most analysts agreeing with that, saying endorsements don't win elections, but Palin's support may turn the tide in the fight for the evangelical vote.